Alright, we're back with Endara Gaming where we beat the games. We're here playing Dragon's Lair Trilogy. We've already beaten Space Ace and Dragon's Lair. Run the final game of the trilogy, Dragon's Lair II Time Warp. I decided to do something a little bit differently with this playthrough. So, we beat Dragon's Lair with 3 lives, because I wasn't aware you could change the amount of lives you could have. And Space Ace, I beat with 5 lives, which is very difficult. Dragon's Lair 2, I've been learning a little bit about the game, I've been playing the game, practicing, and I've learned that this game is different from the other two in that, so Dragon's Lair, the first title, basically the rooms were somewhat randomized, and it wasn't always the same, so you kind of had to just learn how to beat each room, and they would throw you the rooms pretty randomly, which was hard. But we did it. Space Ace, everything was set. It was always the same, although the rooms could be mirrored, but otherwise everything was the same. Now, there was a little bit of options there where you could choose to do this thing called energize at certain points that would allow you to go from, because the main character, Ace, got shrunk into the child version of himself, Dexter. And there were points where you're allowed to energize and temporarily become Ace and become big, which would sometimes send you in a different path or just give you some different things you'd have to do. And the two characters play kind of differently, but again, it's a quick time. Everything's quick time, so it doesn't really matter that much, but it kind of changes your trajectory a little bit. Now, this game is different from all of it from both the other games in that if you get all the way to the end of this game, it sends you back unless you've found each of the hidden treasures throughout the game. Just trying to, even with infinite lives, trying to get each treasure is very, very difficult. And this game has 2 separate endings, which basically there's just 2 different versions of the game. So I decided, instead of torturing myself, beating this game twice, having to find all these treasures, having to go back, because just trying to find the treasures yesterday was incredibly hard. I'm going to beat it twice, and I'm going to do infinite lives, which I know is usually against what we stand for here in Endara Gaming, but because we have to find these secret treasures, I feel like it's a little more warranted because of how just agonizing it is to try to find these treasures and then still complete the levels. And then if you die after getting the treasure, you get knocked back again. It's just very frustrating. And again, it's not like I'm putting in a code. It's just it's an option in the game. So I am somewhat okay with it. So we're going to do it like that. We're going to try not to die, but I don't think that's going to be all that. Yes, we're right here with the infinite lives. We're going to watch the ad.
Dragon's Lair, Time Warp.
Kidnapped? Oh, Daddy! Idiots!
Spirited away to a wrinkle in time by the evil wizard Mordroc. Daphne will be forced to marry the wicked Mordroc unless Dirk can save her.
My Daphne kidnapped! Mommy's gone!
Transported by a bumbling old time machine, Dirk begins the rescue mission. Do it for the children. Once the casket of doom has opened, Mordroc will place the death ring upon Daphne's finger in marriage, and she will be lost forever. In the Time Warp.
Now, there is also a Dragon's Lair 3, but it seems like it's pretty hard to play that game. There's a PC version. So, like, there's this director's cut, and there's original, and they both have different endings. So, we're going to do original first, and in both versions, you have to find all the treasures.
Kidnapped? My Daphne kidnapped again? Idiot!
I was practicing this yesterday, and it was very hard. Especially to find all the treasures. It was very hard. I'll die on purpose if I pass a treasure and I'm aware of it. Treasure's coming up soon, I think. Here, we got the first one. Then make sure we redo the scene. But now you can't get the treasure. Say I died, but there's a treasure right there, so... It's not yet. I'm dead. Well, that's not good. It froze. Oh, no. Go for director's cut. Alright, let's get these items.
Kidnapped. My Daphne kidnapped again? Idiot! You better!
As I was saying before, this game is much different from Dragon's Lair 1 and Space Ace, in that in this game, you have to collect treasures to complete the game. I missed one already. I'm gonna die on purpose. If you don't get the treasures, and you get to the last scene, it just sends you back to the beginning of the game. I missed one again. There's a treasure right here, so let me get this one, and I'll die. Because I missed that, the one before it. I believe there's 7 in total. Again, if you don't get them all, I miss it again. Then you can't beat the game. So that's why we're not doing just the 5 lives, why we're going for unlimited lives, because it's such a hassle to get these treasures. You know, there's been times where I've used like 10 plus lives just trying to get one treasure, trying to find where the treasure was. You know, like I'll have a basic idea of where the treasures are, but like, okay. Alright. Where's the first one here? I don't remember. I'm dead. I think there's one pretty early here. I'm trying to remember where it is. I think it's like an egg or something. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. The key. Alright, I remember now. So you can't get the key until it glows. So you have to do a couple quick times before it lets you grab the key. So just look for that key to glow, and that's your chance to grab it. Yeah, I remember this one being a hard one. This one took me a lot of tries to get. Oh, I could have got it there. So let me die on purpose. Damn. It's a shame that our Wii U froze, because we had gotten some really tough treasures. We were actually playing really, really well. That's just honestly a big shame. Alright, so not this one, next one. Oh. Maybe it's right? I tried up there and it didn't seem to work. Unless maybe I pressed it too early. Let's try right. I'm dead. Yeah, it was such a shame. Maybe my Wii was overheating. It didn't feel hot when I touched it. Yeah, it's right. Got it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I'm dead. Alright. It's fine. We got our treasure. I don't believe there's any other treasures in this scene, so... We already have 3 out of the 7. Which you might sound like, oh, you're doing great. The game doesn't get hard until, I'd say, like, the next scene, really, is where it starts to get pretty tough. Nice. Alright, this is a hard one. I'm dead already. It's long, and I think the treasures are pretty hard. I think there's one treasure, and it's hard to spot. Trying to remember. I think it's an egg. Oh, got it. I actually got it by accident. Alright, we already got the egg. I actually messed up, and there happened to be the treasure there. I tried and even see. But I don't believe there's any other treasures in this scene, so... But this is a hard scene. It took us a lot of tries to beat this last time. But it also took us a lot of tries just to get the treasure, so... Maybe we'll do a little better. Maybe we'll get it pretty early on. Look how many inputs this is, though. It's crazy. And it actually gets harder going forward, too. This isn't even the hardest one. We're getting close to the end, I think. awesome. I believe there's one. So this is a really long scene. I believe a little bit before the halfway point, there's one treasure and it's this card. I don't believe the card's very hard to get, but it's a hard scene. It's a long scene. But it's also, like, from what I remember too, it's not tricky. Like, if you make mistakes, those are just your mistakes. Like, I don't think it's a very tricky section here. It's just very long. So if you mess up, you gotta start at the beginning. Alright, we're almost at the card. I think here's the card. Got it. I almost messed it up, actually, but we got it. Alright, so that's only treasure in this scene. Ah, damn. It's alright. We got the treasure, so that's big. So I believe what's that, 5 treasures? Oh, there must be more than 7. Because that's 5 already, I think. I think there's at least 4 more. At least. I think there's 2 scenes that have 2 treasures left. Very Alice in Wonderland. So they took a lot of things from like other media I noticed in this game. I think they were just kind of running out of ideas on like unique, like somewhat unique things. So that's why they have like randomly like a Beethoven type character, Alice in Wonderland, like other things that seem to be references to other sources of media. It doesn't necessarily make it bad. We're almost done. Nice. All right, we're out of this one. All right, this is a hard one. This one, I believe, has 2 apples you have to get. From what I remember, the first one is fairly easy to get, and the second one's pretty hard to get. And then also, the section itself is hard. Yeah, because it has those double left, that double right they made me do, which I was ready for, but... All right. All right, we got the first treasure. Well, I actually messed up there, but they didn't punish me. So there's another apple. Not coming up yet. There's the apple, but you can't get it yet. Yeah, I thought you can get it there and you couldn't. So, I pressed the direction to get it, but you actually couldn't get it. So, like I said, it's hard. It's especially hard to get that treasure because you don't know... Like, you see it for several quick times before you're actually allowed to try to get it. So, you have this delay where you're, like, waiting to try to get it, where you could die from that, because you're not pressing inputs, you're waiting to see... What? So you could die from that. But then also, you could die trying to get it when you can't, which is what happened to me. Which I thought I'd be able to get it. I pressed a button to get it, and I wasn't allowed to get it yet. Double right? Yep. Left. I think right. I think double left, maybe? Maybe triple left, actually. Left. I think left. Yep. Alright, so there's that first apple that we already got. Up. Tack. Tack. There's the apple. You can't get it yet. Still can't get it. Still can't get it. Still can't get it. Oh! Oh! I think after that first press, okay. I think it glowed. I think I pressed attack when they zoomed in on the scene that has that, like, the close-up view of the apple. I think I was able to press attack, and then after that, I think that's when you can get it. That's what we're gonna try for. Yeah, I hate the second apple. It's so much harder. That's hard. That part with the double right. Yeah, it's a very tough scene here. I still think that the second to last scene is probably a little harder than this one, but this one is very tough. Left. It's gonna be right. And we got 3 lefts. 1, 2, 3. Attack. Attack, I think up. Nope, attack again. Attack again. Up. Attack. Attack. Right? Attack. Attack. Now let's try to get it. Yes! Oh, we died. That's okay. We got all the treasures now in this scene. Let me turn my heater off 1 sec. Looks like my Wiimote's dying out. Hopefully we can finish this game before it dies, but I don't know.
Go away. No visitors.
We probably would have finished it if my Wii didn't freeze randomly, which is really weird.
Stop
I
right
mean, I guess it could have been the disc also, but I don't think so.
step and you're finished.
I think that was the Wii. Well, almost messed up there, but we're good. Triple left. I really hate that Beethoven section. We beat it, so we did such a good job on it, and now we got to do it again. Oh, I'm dead. Man.
Go away. No visitors. Back. Stop right there. One more step and you're finished. Ooh.
Hang on, brother. Don't eat him. Dirk here's our ticket to fame and fortune. Look here, I'll get you the princess when you bring...
Go away. No visitors. Back. Stop right there. One more step and you're finished. Ooh.
All right, here we go.
Hang on,
Almost messed up there.
eat him. Dirk here's our ticket to fame and fortune.
All right, let's go.
Look here, I'll get you the princess when you bring Eve to me. Eve. Apple.
Halt.
Oh man, it's such a hard section. It's so long.
Go away. Back. Stop right there. One more step and you're finished. Ooh.
So many like quick times. You compare this to like the first Dragon's Lair, and it's like crazy.
Don't eat him. Dirk here's our
Where you'd have rooms where you press one button, and the long rooms were like, you know, maybe 7 or 8 buttons.
princess when you
This is like freaking 30 button presses or something like that.
apple.
Oh damn. Well, we could do it.
Go away. No visitors. Back. Stop right there. One more step and you're finished. Ooh.
Hang on, brother. Don't eat him. Dirk here's our ticket to fame and fortune. Look here, I'll get you the princess when you bring Eve to me. Eve.
Okay. Oh, almost messed up there.
Halt.
There's still like what's scary is there's still like several button presses left before we get to the end here. It's just so long. We're getting close to the end, I think. Oh, we did it. All right, so there's a hammer. and there's something, a butterfly maybe, hidden in a cat's mouth. The hammer is pretty early. I'm dead. Pretty easy to get, but it's when you first start your ascent. You take this, like, you get like flung up into the air. The cat, it's tough because it's like you're still up in the air, but it's quite a bit later, and the cat starts breathing fire at you. You have to wait for he breathes fire the first time at you. You have to wait. He does a couple more things happen, and then he tries to breathe fire at you again. And you have to actually like press in the direction of his mouth when he's breathing the fire, and you actually take this item, which again I believe is a butterfly. You take it out of his mouth. All right, it should be coming soon. I'm dead. I think we're closer to the hammer.
Daphne's mine! You fool! Dirk the Daring, stay put, don't jump. Never fear a creative gust. Wind that's born of upward.
Let's see the hammer. There it is. Oh, I think it's down. So your instinct there is to press right. This is what we learned last time. Your instinct there is definitely to press right. And I died several times doing that last time. You have to press down to get that hammer. It's definitely down and to the right, and your instinct's going to always be to press right. And you have to like consciously be ready for it and say in your mind, like down, 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 because it just seems like common sense you want to press right to get it. But it's not how it works. Right, it's not yet. Not for a little bit. Get ready. Oh, I did it again! I pressed right again! It's just such a strong... I was saying it in my mind, press down. It's just such a strong instinct to press down, to press right. It's just such a strong instinct. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, we got this. It's alright, we're working on it. We got it. Down. Attack. Right. Left. Left. Down. Oh, damn. Get ready. Remember, down, 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 down. Get ready. Get ready. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Down, down. Down. Yes! Like, ready for the cat. You need a second fire breath. I'm dead. I never die there. I'm dead. The treasures make it so much harder. Like it would be pretty hard anyway. But with the treasures, it's like just I can't imagine playing this game in the arcades and trying to beat it knowing about the treasures. From what I understand, actually, despite Dragon's Lair 1 being super popular and Space Ace being fairly popular, I believe that actually this game wasn't that popular. It was also released quite a few years later when there was a lot of strides made in games in general and in arcades as well, which I'm sure didn't help it. Alright, get ready. Get ready. My hands are like sweating. Get ready for the fire. You do the second on the second one, which isn't right, which they don't come one right after the other. This is the first one. Oh, I messed it up. Like I just die on purpose. Damn. But see, I actually passed it, but passing it's not what you have to do there. I feel like that's definitely one that's like that was actually definitely put in this game as I messed up. Definitely put in this game as like a gotcha, like so that people would be confused and like this game would suck money from them because that one, the cat's mouth. I really don't think you could see it unless, I mean, I've never really tried like really staring in the cat's mouth to see if it's there, but I feel like for someone playing this game, you're not going to be staring hard into the cat's mouth like that. So I feel like you wouldn't see it. So unless you know, like this is one of the things, because you get sent back if you beat the whole thing before the last level, you would be getting sent back for treasures you missed. So you would just be getting sent back here, which I think happened to me the first time I tried playing this game. I think I got to the end, I got sent back here, and I didn't know what the hell I missed. And I had to look it up. Get ready. Get ready. Burst fire. Left. Got it. Yes. Did it. All right. This is around where the game froze on us last time. There's a dagger we have to get, and then there's a, which we did get last time. I believe we press up when we see the dagger. And then there's a mummy. And we have to, when the mummy sits up, we have to point in the direction of the mummy's like face. And that's how we get the last item, which I believe is like a compass or an hourglass or something. There's the dagger. We got it. One more treasure left, and I believe we have every treasure. This is around where the game froze on us. Obviously, it wasn't good. I think it was like right here. Don't freeze on us, buddy. I'm dead. We were really close to where the last treasure was. We were like right there. So then if we manage to get it, and then we beat this scene, it takes us to the final scene. If we miss something along the way, then it brings us back to whatever we missed. And then I believe we have to beat the whole game again, from wherever that is. I'm dead. So obviously that's not good. Dirk the Daring? Come on, man. We could do this. We could do this. I'm dead again. Man. Now we're done with the trilogy, which I'll be really happy about. And we're going to move on to Pokemon. But it's a long game, I'm sure, so I think we're going to, like, in the middle of playing it, we're going to beat some of the other games that we wanted to play, like Sin and Punishment Star Successor, Super Mario Bros. 3, Fantasy Zone on the Game Gear, Dead Space Extraction, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, and there were a few other games as well. Let's actually concentrate here since we're getting close to where we're gonna have to do this and get this last treasure. It's coming up. Is it here? Not yet. Here. I thought that's where it was. Now I'm a little confused. That's bad, because that's where I thought it was, and that was the direction I thought I was supposed to press. So, we're gonna have to figure it out. That's not good. Yeah, I remember being this before. This part was very, very difficult for me to number one, get the treasure, this last treasure. I think it took me a lot of tries. And then also, just beating this part, I believe, is very, very hard. I believe that this was probably the hardest or second hardest. This is the Beethoven part. Both very difficult. And also, the part that's the double left, double right, that's also a very hard scene. Which may have been the one before that, Or maybe 2 before that, I forget. I think it's 1 before that. Because it's also like a super long scene as well. Excuse me. I'm dead. It's very tough. I'll be very, 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 very pleased to have this entire trilogy done. Dirk. I'm gonna kill you, Dirk. I mean, what? Nothing suspicious about this at all, right, Dirk? Alright, here we go. No. Let's look it up, because I thought that's what we were supposed to do. And it didn't work again. Let's see. Hmm. Let's actually watch it. Because I'm not really sure. Dragons, Lair II treasure. I'm just not really sure what we're doing wrong. So let's just watch that part real quick. I feel like maybe that's not the right time. That's how I remembered it. All right, here we go. Let's see. So right at that part, Mummy comes down. Oh, okay. So I was doing it wrong. So the mummy comes up like that, right? Like we saw. Then he gets knocked back down. Then you see this hourglass in the air, and you actually see it. I don't remember that, and that's when you have to get it. Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing the hourglass, but apparently it looked in that little clip. It looked really obvious that it's there. So okay. So we gotta wait. We gotta wait a little bit more for the mummy to fall back down. And that'll be it. This will be the last treasure. So we beat the scene, and then there'll be one more scene if we got them all, which I believe we did. I feel fairly confident that we got them all. Getting close to that part. Left. Tack. Tack. Right? We got it. I thought it was going to freeze again, honestly. It looked like it was gonna. Alright, that should be it. We should be 100% done with treasures. It was actually Mordroc, or whatever his name is. Mordroc. Alright, let's try not to fail here. Alright. We did it. So now we're on the final scene. We don't have to go back. I'm dead. It's okay. I don't remember this being that difficult, this part. Again, getting the treasures is what makes this game so hard. And there's no treasures to get here, so... I'm dead. I don't think it's a very long... I don't think it's a super long compared to the other scenes either. Okay. Left. Right. Right. That's good. You make him transform. Also, this is our director's cut, so we're going to have a different ending from what I've seen before. A little anticlimactic. I think it's almost over. I also felt like Space Ace.
Dirk, my hero.
Was kind of anticlimactic also. The first Dragon's Lair definitely had the best. Time warp. That was pretty cool. So we'll see if they'll let us just watch the regular ending, which they might. Well, I was having to play through it. I prefer to just watch the ending and not do that again. And then we'll be done with this trilogy, and we'll move on to the our next journey, our next games that we're playing. So if I was to rank the Dragon's Lair trilogy, I would say that when I say all 3 games are good, I don't really like the way they implemented the treasures in Time Warp. I think that the idea was cool, and I think it could have been implemented better and in a more fun way. I like the idea of what they were doing. And then with this game coming out so many years later, I really don't feel like... Yeah, I feel like this is the worst out of the 3.